Hello, hello, hello. Why did I feel like I had to sneeze right before the show started? Oh my gosh. I gotta suck it in. Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome to Ask Alma. That's right. It's Tuesday. It's 7. Where are my friends? We get together. Erica, I'm so glad you're watching, girl. Happy birthday to you, Erica. Happy birthday, girl. I hope you had a happy birthday. Come on in here, Erica, because I got some people that you know hanging out. Manisha, hey, how are you? Demeen, Ayana, where y'all at? Come on in, come on in. Sean, I need to make sure you watching because I got a question for you later in the show. Welcome, 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 everybody, to Ask Alma. Hello, hello. Come on in, sit with us, talk with us. We want to see you in the chat. Ask us some questions. Let us know what you think about the questions because that's the thing that I love about Ask Alma. Ask Alma. Hi, Rosie, out in Seattle. How you doing, girl? Ask Alma allows other people to give their opinions as well because we all don't always agree with each other. Y'all know that. So I love that, on this show, I offer my heartfelt um, advice and I also invite my friends in. Hey, Tracy, and my cousins. Y'all know I got 113 cousins. What can I say? Wanda, that's another cousin. Hey, cuz. It's a lot of us. Michelle, how are you, my darling? Where's Tina? Where your mama? We got a whole bunch of cousins on here, and I am grateful for every last one of them. So I'm not gonna hold y'all up. I want y'all to see my beautiful panel tonight. We got some good looking people on the panel. Hi, Javon. Sean, there you go. How you doing? Come on in here, panel, and say hi to these people. I'm so happy they are with us tonight. Hello, hello. Hi, Dee.
Hey, hi everybody.
Hi, Leah.
Hey, hey.
Kennedy. Welcome, Kennedy. This is the first timer. Hi, Annette. How are you? I'm so glad you are joining us tonight. Hello, hello. Kennedy, our first Gen Xer. Are you a Gen X? You're not a millennial.
I'm not a
You would
millennial.
you would be a Gen Xer.
I don't think
Is
I'm
that
a Gen
She's a
X.
Y, isn't she a Y?
No, I'm a Y, I think. I'm not
you
X.
are a Y? Whoa,
I only know
girl.
one.
I don't know.
I know Boomer. That's it. I don't know the rest of them.
I think Kim is a Gen X.
Oh,
Okay.
well, we have
I'm
the after
25.
right, we have the after Thanksgiving family on the show, and we have Kennedy on the show because we are very, very interested in advice from younger women.
I think
You
we
know what
have
I'm
every
saying?
decade covered, right?
We have every decade covered tonight. Yes, Erica, can you Google that and let us know what
Thank you.
Kennedy
Yes.
is? Y'all see Michelle?
I
Hey,
said 25.
Michelle.
Hey, Erica. Hey, Chef. I can't see
I
who else on
know,
here.
right? So welcome, 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 everybody. We are so glad you are with us. I know I said that one time, but I need to tell you again because really, I know y'all could have been doing 15 other things. I know everybody just got home from work, running in the house. Dang, I promised her I was going to watch tonight. I got hit the button while I'm fixing dinner, all of that. Yes, I know. Thank you, Sean. Gen X, he's on there. He's on. And you know what? That's why he is always enlightening us.
Yes.
Tina. Got both my goddaughters on here tonight. Tina Jackson is here. Javon Wilson is here. Sharon. Girl, I was waiting for you. Nana Sharon then logged on. We can get started. I am so appreciative of her. She watches us every week. So, let me do this first before we get started. Can y'all see this? Oh, that's my
Hey,
card.
cuz.
Dee Dee sent me. Dee Dee sent me the nicest card. I'm not gonna read it to y'all. Hey, but Dee Dee, I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Which, which one is me? Which one is you? I want to be the one with the pants on, and you be
Okay.
the one in the dress.
I'll be happy to be the strapless dress girl. Happy.
Okay. You know what? I thought that. Like I
Yeah.
would be the jean girl, and you would be the
I
strapless
wouldn't
dress
even. I don't
girl.
even. I didn't remember. I don't even know what they looked like. I just saw the card, loved it. I wouldn't have been able to tell you that there were two women on the card. I just saw it.
She been showing out though, Andy. She been showing out for like the past 2 weeks. Like
Oh, really?
every time I see her, she been dressed down to the gods. Okay.
But let's be clear. I was getting ready to see Kennedy, and had I
Oh,
not
yeah.
tried and put
You
forth
had to
my
dress
best,
right.
She
then
had her platform, Michael Kors tennis shoes with the color. I said, period. H.
I told her,
You dress for the company you're
And
keeping.
she had straight leg jeans on, so they was almost skinny. Okay, they was almost skinny, but they was there. They was there.
and who was I meeting that day?
Me.
You. And I
Meanwhile, I had a
told you
bonnet on. I had a bonnet on though. I did. She dressed like.
Oh, you better be glad I wasn't there because we'd have to do something with that bonnet.
with the she looked
Thank
cute
you.
though. You know, she had her
Did she look
makeup
cute?
on.
Oh,
Yeah, she
okay.
still looked
Okay.
cute.
I
You
mean, I
know.
just
Let
couldn't
Miss
throw.
somebody
I ain't
say
feel
hi
like
to
throwing my
everybody.
wig on.
Oh, Miss
Thank you,
Bessie.
Michelle.
Lillian says hello to all of us. I never know what
Hi,
to call her. Like
Bessie.
she got so many names on that card. She
Hi,
says hey to
Bessie.
everybody.
Oh, there's Tina.
Erica.
Okay, Erica said I'm a
Tina.
Jeanette.
Gen Z. I'm a Gen Z.
Okay, there you go.
No. Okay, Leah's the
Now
ex.
we
Okay.
know. All righty
Okay,
now.
Erica, you don't have to make me an ex.
No,
You
Leah, I
We're
old?
don't think you're.
boomers.
Are you an X or a boomer?
No,
No,
she
she's
ain't a
not a
boomer.
boomer.
I'm not a bloomer. I'm not that old, really.
Not a bloomer or a
It's a
boomer?
boomer. They baby
Oh,
boomers.
I thought she said bloomer.
And she the
I'm the
teacher.
last year of the
Girl.
boomer.
Hi, Candy. How you
Hi,
doing?
Hey,
Candy.
We
Candy.
got the whole crew logging on tonight. I
Not
might tear
Google
up.
did. I know
I
my.
might tear up.
Can I
I
point
just
out one thing
loaded.
before you get started?
Yes.
I know one person that I always admired that could dress, other than my Aunt Alma, was my big cousin Katina Jackson. Shout
Yes,
Period.
out
she
to
can.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
that's
yeah.
who taught me my style. That's who
That's
taught me
Okay.
my
true.
style.
That's
That's who got
true.
me all my designer pieces. If it wasn't her, it was you on I got all my little designer
Yeah.
stuff. I got my first
She's
pair of
good.
real Uggs from her.
Yeah, she is good. And always on point. Like you could be
Bracelets,
meeting at the hair salon or out to lunch or brunch or
Walmart,
whatever.
Hmm.
She is always
Walmart
right. Showing up at Walmart, she is always all pulled together.
Oh, there she
dress.
is.
So there she is.
There she is.
Okay, ladies, I want to ask y'all a question.
Okay.
Michelle is too. We ain't leaving you out, Michelle. We were just talking about Tina. But you are too,
Yes.
girl, you know.
She said we're
Yes,
gonna have a
absolutely.
fashionista.
Both of them.
Okay.
No, ma,
I
that's where you got
I'm
your
gonna tell
style from,
y'all,
Shell.
Yeah,
You were
I didn't say no. I didn't say I got my style from
you were more
Shell.
like
We was talking
Shell.
about fashionistas, but
yeah.
my
Oh,
cousin Michelle, yes, I did
yeah,
mirror
you're
her
like her.
last.
I'm
Y'all
not even gonna lie.
tomboys.
I'm not even gonna lie. We were at a funeral. I ain't gonna mention nobody's name. I was staring at Michelle. Do y'all know I went out and brought that outfit, wore it to work that next week? I ain't kidding. Like she was just
No,
all
she do
pulled
be put
together,
together. Don't play though.
Yes.
from top to bottom. Okay, ladies. I'm gonna ask you guys a question because today is this is a new segment I put in my show. I just started last week. So I love it.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise! So today is National Giving Day. And I know y'all already heard about that.
Tuesday
So
giving. Giving
Tuesday
Tuesday.
giving, National Giving Day. So I want to ask the panel, um, tell me something somebody gave you that you really like. Not like what we have given each other, because all of us have given each
Right.
other a lot of stuff. So you can't eliminate us. But just something that somebody gave you and you were like, whoa, I really like this. And it could be anything. It didn't have to happen today. It could have happened anytime. I'm just curious. So Dee Dee, what is something that somebody gave you that you really liked?
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this very quick. A couple of years ago, maybe a decade ago, I had a conversation with a coworker about going to graduate school. I had taken the GRE. He wanted to take it. I gave him the disc. He took it, and both of us over 40. He went to graduate school, finished, graduated, and gave me the tassel to encourage me to do it.
Oh,
So
that was so
up
nice.
until I moved, it was actually hanging on my refrigerator, but I still have it. So when I
Wow.
graduate in a year, I'm gonna put the tassel onto my cap and gown with my actual
Oh.
tassel because he said it's time for you to go. It took me almost a decade to go, but he said, and unfortunately, we lost him a couple of years ago, and I offered to give the
Mm.
tassel to his wife. And
Mhm.
she said, no, no, he wanted you to
It
have it.
belongs
So
to you.
it hung on, and it was out where I could see it for all those years. So now
Wow.
I'll actually get to use it in a year.
That is beautiful. And now I gotta
Mm,
think it's something else besides those earrings I was gonna mention.
right.
I
That's
know. I
thoughtful
just
and
thought of my
moving.
sentimental.
I
There
should
goes
have
the
gone with
purse.
her.
Right. I was about to talk about a chair.
Not my earrings. Okay.
But a chair is
So
great. Who gave you
the
the chair,
chair is
Kennedy?
nice. So Kennedy, who gave you a chair?
Uncle Gil. I was in Walmart. The only reason I'm gonna bring it up the only reason I was thinking about bringing it up was because the other day I was in Walmart. I bought this desk that my laptop is sitting on. I was like, I need me a desk. So I went and bought me a desk, and then the chair was like $40, the only little computer chair they had left. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just come back next week. Here I go, just get in Walmart trying to spend money. I'm gonna come back next week. And literally the next day, I met my aunt Alma, and she was like, Uncle Gil sent this chair over here for you. And I was like, like I just was saying in Walmart, like I ain't had no
Uh,
chair. I needed this chair, so it kind of like went.
he
But now you got
knew.
me. But now I gotta one up you, on D.
Why?
So I still, before my grands passed away, she gave me two of her nightgowns, and I still got them folded up. And every time I move, I put them in the top of my closet to the left, because that's
Okay.
where she used to have her stuff that she used to hide. She used to put it to the
Uh-huh.
top to the left. So I put
She
my
used to
gowns.
hide stuff there. That's
Yeah,
where she used to hide stuff.
yeah.
She wasn't doing a good job if you knew that where she hid it.
I know, because I had to get it down because she acted like she couldn't get it
Oh,
herself.
okay.
But it was to the top, to the left. So anytime I go through any of my little moments, I go and grab her nightgown and I
Oh,
use
well,
her
That
that's
is
nice
very
of
nightgown.
you.
thoughtful.
I have
That is
never
so
washed it.
fantastic.
It probably haven't been
Right.
touched with
Oh,
water in like
That is
15,
wonderful.
20.
10
Yeah.
years.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is very thoughtful too. Leah, what is something that you have that somebody gave you that you really liked? It was like, oh
well,
my goodness.
I'm gonna sum mine up because it's a few people. In 2015, when I left my job, decided to leave my job and open my own daycare. Of course, my aunt Alma was there, so she was like, "Oh, we gonna do this, girl. I got you." So I had my little coins. I had Big Devin's little coins. So I'm out looking around. Then I end up, Alma was like, "You need to go on that marketplace. You don't ever go on the Facebook thing.
She
You
always want
on
to go
there
on
all the
Facebook
time." So
Marketplace.
I'm like, no, I don't really go on that, but I am on Facebook. She's like, you have to go on there. So I started going on there. So the people were like, oh, I have this daycare furniture. I went to the first lady's house and she
I
pretty much
remember.
furnished my whole
Oh,
daycare.
wow.
So she said, I said, no, wait a minute. And she took me down this hallway to this room. And she said, well, I have more because what she had in the picture was already up front. And she was like, well, what is it you're trying to do? She was like, oh, I'm moving. This is it for me. My husband is relocating. Come back here and see what you could do. So I'm like, I can't. This is all the money I have. But if you can hold on to it till Friday, I'll come back. So Devin was loading the truck, little Devin. So then when he comes back in, I'm bawling like, so he's
Right,
like,
right.
well, we have to send it back. We have to take it out the truck. What happened? What's going on? I said, Devin, she said I can have all of it for
All of it
nothing. And
for
she was
Wow.
like,
nothing.
even the stuff that I was going to purchase, she said, keep it.
Mhm.
And she
Yep.
said, what's your number? And I said, oh, this is it. She said, I'm going to check in on you. 2 days
Okay.
later, another, she said, somebody else has something for you. Go over to Sheffield. It's over the 301. I said, oh, I know what that is. So I'm like, well, how much is it? And they would never answer. Something my grandmother always did.
Hmm.
And then I get over there and the lady's like, oh, I have this. But she told me try to do this. And she opened up a shed. And here goes like 10 cots,
All that
20
I
chairs.
know.
Like,
It
I
was
called
like,
my aunt maybe that
wow.
whole week. It was like maybe 5 women all
It
together. Like
was.
they band around and they knew me from nothing, Facebook,
Right.
Right.
Facebook
and was like,
Marketplace.
here, take this stuff, bless those kids. If
Mhm.
it's really in your heart, it will come to good use and we will be,
Well, you said it. You said
happy
it.
for
It's just
that.
like my grandmother. You, those are
Yes.
Yes, yes,
you are
yes.
Yes.
you
Yeah.
are getting the
So shout out
blessings
to
that she
those
gave to other
women.
people.
Yep.
Right.
If
Yep.
they
Shout out
happen
to
to be
them.
watching my Facebook.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Hey,
we all.
Leah,
But
you
that
know
was
what I was
mine.
Leah, I was think that made me think about so y'all, we told Leah we were gonna band together as a family and help put up her stuff to open her daycare center, right? Lord, by the time we shopped all day and did everything, like Leah's dad and me, like we're in the same age group, we were like wiped out. We were like, okay, we're gonna rest. We gonna rest. And then we all gonna get up first thing in the morning tomorrow and get started.
Last.
Well, short, long story short,
It
we
didn't
still
happen.
heard stuff at 6 a.m. We walked up and walked up the stairs to go check out everything, and Leah had done everything by herself.
She do that
She
all the
had
time.
mopped and cleaned and moved furniture and Leah, this is the thing that came to mind for me though that cracked me up. Remember you had all the pictures down low and I
Yes.
went around and
So
hung them up high. And then she followed me and was
D,
like, it's for children.
you
Children.
know, as an educator, D, for my age level, it has to be eye level.
Low, right,
So remind you, you hear her say I was up all night doing what,
right.
All
D?
night.
You know the amount of time it takes for bulletin boards, all of that.
Oh yeah.
So I'll go, I think I might have hopped in the shower or something. Because remember, I was having my open
Yep.
house. That's
Right.
what it
Right. She
was.
was doing the open house. Yes.
I come back down, D, mind you, the parents are coming at like 10.
Right.
It's
And
maybe
everything's
like
moved.
9:15. And I'm looking around like, why is that up there? She's like, oh, so I was thinking it was a good idea. I came down
Right.
here and
Yeah.
it was like I'm looking down, but it was cute how you had it set up. I'm like, Alma,
I lifted them
no,
up.
it has
They're
to stay
little,
down.
little people.
She
That's
goes,
why I hate doing stuff with both
oh,
of them.
Yeah.
It was so funny, but that was
but
fun.
yes.
So, do we know Bryson Williams? Who is that a friend of? Gail Dorsey is watching us. She says
Hi,
hello
Gail.
to the panel, and I
Hello,
Hi,
hope you're
Hi,
feeling
Bryson.
Bryson.
better,
Bryson.
Welcome.
Gail.
Oh, we know
Hey.
Bryson Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yay. I
Hi,
wanted to do a.
Bryson.
Can you still say shout out, Kennedy? What should I say? I wanted to do a
No,
hello.
just say hi. Just say hi, please. Say
Say no,
hi.
no,
No
no.
shout out. Okay,
No,
we're not doing
just
shout outs.
hello. Just
Okay,
hello.
no shout outs. Okay, the disclaimer is we are not PhDs in psychology. We are just really smart women who want to give you our advice in a
Hey.
kind and loving way. We're not trying to be mean to you.
99% of the time.
99% of the time. It's like when you get together with your friends, y'all sitting around the table and you say something and you got that one friend that goes, well, that wasn't what I was thinking.
No, no.
That's who we are. And so we are here to spread the love. Diane, girl,
Yes.
how
Hi,
are
Diane.
you? Hi,
I
Andrea.
need to come visit, Diane.
Yes, we are going to go visit
Yes.
Diane and we're going to stop by Andrea's on the way.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So let's see. You guys ready for the first question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
quick
some
shout
good-
out to Shay. You didn't know it was her because her name
Hi,
is something
Shay.
else on Facebook.
Okay. Hi, Shay girl. I like that. Not your real name. I might try to do that too.
Okay, Erica. Happy birthday to you too.
Okay, ladies. Let's do question number 1. Thanks to Tiffany, who is our VVR for the evening.
Hi, I'm Tiffany Holmes, and I'm this week's VVR, or Volunteer Video Reader. Here's our first question. Hey, Alma, I need your help. Since COVID is giving us the go-ahead to start to live our lives again, I called 3 girlfriends and asked them out for crafts. They all accepted the invite, and we planned a day, but not a time. When that Saturday arrived, I was very excited and ready to see my friends. I sent a text message to the one I'm most friendly with and asked her what time should we confirm to meet. She said she wasn't sure and she was waiting to hear from the other one and would get right back to me. A few hours went by and I sent her a text and she said she was still waiting and would get back to me. I didn't think much about it and thought I'd hear from them soon. Lo and behold, I was on Facebook, and there they were, at the restaurant, posting pictures about being back together after COVID, while I was still sitting at home waiting for the text or call. Needless to say, I was livid and mainly hurt. I stopped speaking to all of them. All of them have reached out, and 2 of them blamed the same woman for not getting the information. I'm thinking birds of a feather stick together. We are all over 50, and at this point, I would just as well never speak to them again. I have 2 questions. Why do you think they treated me that way? And should I try to be friends with them again?
Okay, recap. All the friends were supposed to get together. The person who initiated the gathering ended up not being invited after all. Hi, Tina. So what should she do? Number one, Yana said they
Thank
ain't
you,
your
Yana, because I was
friend.
waiting for her to ask me my
Yes.
opinion.
Should she still try to be friends with them? And why do we think
Boo.
that why do we
No.
think that they treated her that way? Yeah, no, they're not
Well,
really your
there's always a ringleader. And
yeah.
sometimes there's a ringleader and then the others don't know how to step away from the ringleader because they want to remain friends with them.
We call them minions, D.
Right. So no, you don't need any of them. You know how many 8 million people in the world? Find you some new friends. No, not
Yeah.
even new friends. Find you some friends because those women were not.
Or probably the one that you
Real
didn't
friends.
call to go out with is the one you should have called to go out with.
Right.
Because clearly you called
Mm-hmm.
one that is not really trying to be your friend.
But
Um,
all of them not, because all of them knew that she was the one who
Right.
orchestrated
right,
it. So because all
Right.
of them went and she didn't come, then
right.
none of them are her friends. So even if
Right.
you called the other one, it would have still been the same outcome because she probably scared to
Yeah.
speak up.
I never really
No,
been
I
that
will
kind of
say
friend.
no. I
Mm-mm.
mean, I understand what Kennedy's saying, but I will also say she did mention that that was her main friend. So I've been in that situation where, okay, now I'm invited by way of, now, do I know these women? Yes, I know these women. We've been out a few times, but this particular person may be my girl,
But
Right.
Mom,
which may
she
also
invited
in
them.
return, I know. So my thing is, I'm saying that would be like me saying, okay, I want to invite you guys. But
Right.
Mhm.
me and Alma are the only ones who really talk. So can you let D and them know that I want to have crabs? Come on, girls, after COVID, we haven't seen each other. Let's all get out. So then now, if Alma doesn't say anything to you guys, if we aren't friends enough for me to say that to the other two, I don't really see that at fault too much.
But
Now, it can
but you
have
know,
an
2022.
if we're
It's
overall
let
22.
general
me
conversation,
we can
but
use the
my
four of
point
us.
of contact, yeah, my point of contact would be Alma. Like I
But
would
it's
Yeah.
have called her,
2022.
Right.
Put us in
like,
a group chat. It's
yeah,
2022.
that too.
Right.
Put
But
me in
they're
a group chat.
50. She said they're over
Oh, now
50.
I'm gonna respond in our group chat.
All
That's
the
called
Because
a
she
time.
group
nosy.
chat.
And I do
Yeah.
emojis.
Yeah,
Well,
she
you know,
did.
Yes.
the
Now
reality
I
is
really can't see
if
the
I'm
emoji.
invited to something, if Leah, if you are starting, you're initiating the event and I'm invited, when I show up, I want to know where you are.
That's the
Yes.
point that
If
I'm
this is
saying.
Leah's
Yeah.
party, where is she? And I'm gonna
Right.
call you and say, where are you? Why aren't you here?
Regardless if
Yeah.
we're close
So
or not, if you
right, I
invited us,
want to know
we
why you
all.
aren't there. And if you're not there and you're initiating the party, then I'm not staying.
Then what's
I'm
really
just,
going on?
I don't care what
Yeah.
how everybody else feels about it.
Yeah, because it was a
If
group
you
chat.
initiated it and you're not there, that's a problem for me.
Right.
That is a
Yeah,
I
problem
because
for me.
see.
in the
They
beginning
never
of the
put
question,
anything in the group chat though, Erica. They never put
Yeah.
the information in so
Okay, so
she
I
could
missed
see
that.
it.
It was a group chat.
so it
Okay.
was
No,
a
well,
group
no,
chat, but they never
Leah.
put the time. She said she just invited them out and
Right.
she
She
was
said she
calling to
just
confirm the
invited them.
time. And
Yeah.
nobody can confirm her time. She was waiting for the other friend to let her know what the time was. But then when time went past, she got on social media and she seen them out, but she wasn't, they didn't tell her the time. So she was at home waiting for the time. But
Right.
they set a day, they just didn't
They
set the
said a
time.
day. And they kept telling her, "We'll
Well, you
let you
know what?
know. We'll let you know."
So to me it sounds like they set the day and they didn't determine the time because they had no intentions
Tension.
Of
on
inviting
Yeah.
you.
it or it becoming,
A
becoming
group
a
thing.
foursome or fivesome or how many ever. So
And right,
boo,
Erica, why didn't she just confirm the time since she
right,
invited everybody? That was very true
right.
too.
It's okay. Tell her me and Erica like crabs.
We all
We'll
like
get out. Tell her
crabs.
text us. Yeah. D,
We'll
Kennedy,
go.
Alma. We'll come. Yes.
Orga Price, I want to welcome him. He is watching for the first time, invited by Maddie Lou. You know, Mary Lou be spreading the word.
Yes, she does.
Canada, Haiti, all over. She has everybody watching. Thank you. Thank you.
Sean says she needs to find out from them why they left her out. Then she can make the decision if they are worth her time as friends or not. True friends don't intentionally hurt each other. I
That is
agree with
true.
everything he says, except
But you're a
they need
male.
to find out why they left her. They don't need to. You don't need to find out.
No, he's a male, so he's looking at
Sometimes
it
you
from a
have
male
to
point of view.
accept the apology you don't get. They clearly didn't
Andrea.
want you there. They didn't call you. We got cell phones now.
Just
We got
let
all
it
kind of
go.
ways to
But that's what I'm
communicate.
saying.
Move
He's looking
on.
at it from a male
Yeah,
standpoint.
of course. Yeah.
Men, they reach out, hey, bro, why I didn't come? Women are petty. They know what they were doing. The actions are, it's
And they're
there.
also over 50. Well,
Right.
I
It's
still,
not
personally, and they may be on here, sorry, it's the disclaimer. I was kicked out of a group message and didn't know until I got around the people that were in the message. And they were
And
like,
they,
girl, so are you woo woo? And I'm like,
I didn't even hear
mm-mm.
I didn't even
I
know
said, I
that.
must have missed that one. So now I'm walking back to my car, like,
it. Right.
so then I happened to text in the old group message. This is the last message I received in
Mhm.
July. It's
and you know what I
October.
said on Alma? Same thing Andrea said. F's up.
Well,
So
one
Sean,
thing.
to say that, no, I wanted to piggyback off of that, Alma, for Sean's question.
Mhm.
I completely just walked away. Like I didn't need an explanation,
Right.
at that point,
Yeah.
because I kind of knew already. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if she
Right.
kind of knew something
That
And
is
already.
the explanation.
Yeah,
and
She
it
that was
knew.
the
depends.
explanation
And if
enough
you're
for
gonna
me.
sneak around, why would you go on social media? If I didn't want her to know that I went and got
Right.
crabs, I would not post anything. So it's like
Right.
not only am I so either that means that the culprits either didn't know that they weren't supposed to post because
Exactly.
Facebook is the devil. It will jam you
Right.
up every single time when they
That's just
say,
like we used to be on three-way calls. When I was younger, we used to do three-way calls being messy. Girl, I'm gonna click over, but don't say nothing. Mute yourself. Be quiet. And then
Well, that's a
it,
setup, Kennedy.
right,
but that's what they did. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
But
we used to do.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, and they're old, so you're old and messy. So you really
Yeah.
don't want them as your
yeah.
friends. I mean, not
Yeah.
saying it like that, but as you get older, certain
Yeah, I
things
was
to
gonna
just
say, watch
stop.
the old Kennedy, ease up on that. Okay.
I'm
Mature.
just saying,
Use the
well,
word
You're
mature
right.
let me say, as
You're
you
too old to
mature,
be acting like
as
that.
you
yeah, but as
mature.
you mature,
Yes.
things shouldn't be still happening. Like those messy
Right.
things that I just brought up shouldn't be happening. So if they can go to crabs and take a picture and post it on Facebook, they post it on
Right.
Facebook so you can see. It's either
See.
they
Yeah.
didn't know they were supposed to, or they posted it because they wanted you to see. Like,
Yeah.
aha, we eating
Yeah.
crabs, you at home sad, and
You're
don't
not
be
here.
sad. Move on. Those not your friends.
Yeah. Because the other thing that I think too is it depends on who it is. Like, I know that D or Leah or Kennedy would never do it intentionally. I would never expect them to do it. But if they did it, I'm showing up at the crab place. What
Right.
are y'all doing? Like, so I think it depends. I understand what Sean was saying, and that is very, very true. But if it's somebody who, like, you are fine with them out of your life, that's your get out of jail free card.
But
Yeah,
Like,
that's how
let
you
me
know.
know.
sometimes you
And
just
That's how
need
you
a
know they're
sign and then you
doing it.
get it.
right.
You're
Sometimes
gonna
you
get
need
in
a
on it.
sign
Right.
and there's your sign.
And then you
So
get it.
I think collectively,
Well, just because
uh
you older don't make you smart. You absolutely
you know
right,
what?
I know
Bryson.
that's right.
I didn't know who Bryson was, but I need Bryson to be my friend. There you go.
You
It
know
goes
who
back
Bryson
to
is.
it is very, very true. So I think collectively our advice to this young woman is quite frankly, if they're not your cousins, you should basically just move on.
And
Like
even if they're your
just
cousins.
they're
No, some cousins
they're
still. I just told my mom this. Some family members,
yes,
Yes.
honestly, like we are all chiming in together to say, like, the people who care for you will make sure you know the date and the time, and
Right.
they want
Time.
to spend time with
The
you.
time.
And
Right.
like Dee said, if they show up and they don't see you, they are going to text you or they are going to call you
Right.
to see where you are. And then if you're like Leah and you're running late and you try to act like you don't want to answer the phone until you get 10 minutes away from
Close.
where we supposed to be. Oh,
and
wait, we're
she
not
be
talking
in the
about that,
house.
right? Okay, yeah, we
Mm-mm.
ain't talking about that.
So
Okay, we're
wait,
gonna move on.
hold on.
Hey,
You are
hey,
not talking about somebody
hey,
being late.
hey, I have matured. I was late when I was young. But like Bryson mentioned, I
Oh,
am
no,
more
but you're
mature
still late
now.
now. You're still
Not
late
if
to
Gil is
everything now.
driving. Not if
No,
You
Gil
don't
she
is
they
driving.
actually she's
Uncle
gotten
Gil's
better.
only invited to the major family events. When we invite you to Girls' Day, you be late.
Well, yeah,
Because there's no real time.
It's no
Right.
time
Thank
for her.
you.
You can
Time
say
is
3:30.
fluid.
She's no, you be like 3:30. She be like, all right, Ken, I see you at 3:30, girl. She sent a whole text. Like you said 3:30, right? 3:30 on Saturday. She still show up at 5. She went through the whole thing and still show up at 5.
Because when you mature, you got to make a grand entrance. That's all I'm.
Uh-uh.
Okay. All right, ladies. Question
Woo!
number 2. Here we go.
Here's our next question. Dear Alma, recently the mother of my best friend died. She and I were talking about old times, and she said her mom always thought me and her brother would get married. We just laughed, but she went on to say her mom was tickled to know we were hooking up and had connected with each other, even though we were both married to other people. In the moment, I was shocked and didn't really know what to say. She was grieving her mom, and I didn't want to say or do anything that would make the situation worse. I sent a text to her brother, and he admitted that he told them that we were spending time together just because he knew that's what his mother always wanted. I am mortified. It is just not true. We did not have an affair. I want to clear the air just in case my husband or his wife ever gets wind of this. What is your advice?
Okay, that's kind of crazy. Read. So, this woman found out that this guy, who was a friend of the family, said that they had an affair when they had not, had absolutely not. And she is like, "What the what?" And like,
This is one of
do
those
you say
questions where you
something and
think,
make it worse, or you don't say
no,
anything
you fix
because?
that.
But
But
No.
you know, this is one of those questions where you think you know what's going to happen. Like you think you know what the end of it is, and you go, wait, what he
right,
what he made it
So let
up?
me.
What?
So it was her friend,
they were like best friends growing up,
the boy and the
and
girl, or his sister.
no,
The
his
The
sister,
women,
sister.
the sister and the woman. The mom passed away later in life. Long story short, the brother who always knew that the mom wanted him and the sister's best friend to be together, which they never were. They married other people. But he told the mother that they had a relationship and was like,
and they
had
were
an
hooking up.
affair and that they were hooking up when
So he told his mother that his
no.
mother told his sister. Like so, they
Yeah,
just all spreading this lie. Everybody's spreading the lie
spreading a lie,
to
right.
make
Which
to
is a
make
really
mom.
bad
First
lie.
of all, first of all, first of all, when she found out and she texted him, she should have rolled over to her left or her right to her husband
Yeah.
and said, "Look at this BS."
Right,
And look, she said he even responded and said, "I only told my mom that because she was dying and it was gonna make her happy."
Right.
So that's when you should have looked over to your partner, and that should have been the end of that, and it should
right.
have been spoke of no more, and y'all could have moved on from that. But now that you want to lingering, that's when it's gonna start drama because
Get
now your
messy.
husband
Yeah.
gonna want to know why you got to lingering
Yeah.
if it didn't happen. You should have just straight up came to me.
But why would somebody tell a lie like that? Like that is you don't
It may
tell
have been
people.
because
Hey,
she was on her deathbed.
Sean say, "I'm gonna sit this one out." No, you're
come
I
back,
think
Sean.
maybe
not.
he just wanted
No.
to please his mom at that time.
And I'm
But
glad
he
she
could.
stayed
There's
away
probably
from
a
her
couple.
because he's a mama's
Yeah,
boy. Stay away from
yeah.
them. So I'm glad she
Yeah.
never did it. Cause look,
Right.
But he
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
told her all kinds of things. He did because his this lie affects other people. Like he
Yes.
could have
Yes.
told her, Mama,
Now,
he don't even
I
care
did
about his
something.
own wife. That's disgusting. You're married,
Right.
so
now
you
we
don't even
don't
care
know.
about your
We
own
don't
wife.
know. How do we know he didn't tell his wife?
Two
Well,
lies?
I mean, it's
He
like
could
a,
have said,
it's
I'm
like
going to
a.
tell my mom this because it would make her feel good on her
So that's what
deathbed.
I'm saying. So by the time the sister got it,
and
now
he's
those
still
words are
married.
left out. Think about it.
No. Leah, I
No.
would have been really mad at him
Don't
if
tell your mother no lie like that. She should be happy that you married me.
right.
I'm your wife.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
would have
think
been real.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm up in the air on that one because I can see it depends on the situation and how their family was. And for
No.
me, I can see me possibly doing that just for that. But I would have let Devin know because it's
That you
never
were gonna
been
do
nothing.
it because
I've
it was
never
on the
looked like
mom's
I wanted to be with
deathbed.
this guy. If that was my best friend, we have all been around each other a few times. They had to have. They grew
All
up
right, I
together.
ain't never met Kim, but ain't no way you lying to my grandmother like that. And you sure wasn't lying to Grams like that.
No, they wouldn't have asked
I'm
for
just
that.
playing, ma.
Yeah, but and
Okay,
she
so
would
just but
now.
Tracy says who told the sister. He
Yeah,
could
it
have
should
That's
have
what
just
lied
I'm
one
been,
on one. He could have
saying.
whispered in the mama's ear,
yeah,
me
no
and
witnesses.
Stacy
If
got
you can't
together.
do
She
that,
could have been
no
happy and
witnesses.
went on to her resting place. The sister is now speaking it out loud.
See, the sister is
So
dragging it along.
But
Right.
who?
Well,
A
but
mess.
see, but that's the thing that I'm saying. If he told his sister or he told the mom while his sister was right there, he wanted it to be dragged along because you was supposed, like Tracy is saying, if you was gonna do it like that and even said something to your wife, it should have just been something between you and your
You and your
mom
mother.
that should have went right to her when she went 6 feet, and it should have went with you at 6 feet. If you told your wife, that should have been that. But you decided either to tell your sister, or if you had your mom that sick and she could whisper over to your sister and say, "Yeah, your brother told me he hooked up with Tarsha." I
Yeah.
mean,
Now that's what I was gonna say. Now, if I did have to do that, I would probably wait until like it's a hospice situation, maybe or something, and they
thank you,
aren't.
But
Diane.
what?
Thank you,
The
Diane.
You know,
question,
you
I'm
lean
questioning the
over.
no.
mama.
Yeah,
The
you
question
lean
really
over
is,
while they
why does
can't
there
say
have to be
nothing
any
bad.
lies at all? We're at the end of the road.
True.
Why does there have to be any lies at
Wait,
all?
You're
one
right. You're
thing,
Mama, I
what
right.
love you. I will miss you. Goodbye. Why I
but
gotta make
why
up
have you
stories?
guys I hear you guys mentioning the woman. I've heard you mention the sister. Straight up, why did this brother's ego
That's
make
what I'm talking. We're talking about
That's
him.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying he
get away with
wrong.
it? He is
Now,
wrong on so many
are we
levels.
sure the brother really said it, or the sister just wanted to be messy now that the mama saw?
No, he
Good
texted
point.
her.
Well,
She
here's a
texted him and
question.
asked. No, she texted him and asked him, "Did you say that
Right.
to your
And
mother?"
he
And he
said,
said
Oh, okay, okay,
yes.
okay. I missed that
yeah,
part.
yeah,
But
Okay,
here's
yeah.
the
okay,
question:
okay.
how much did the mom hate the wife to
Right.
repeat this?
Y'all, that's what I said from jump. You must have don't like the wife because you had to go that far. No,
Right.
you
I
can go
think
ahead
that
with your
played
mama because
that
I'm gone.
that played a large part into it, I think.
Because if
Where
she's
the
still around, then that means you might still be feeling something for her. And now I'm at the Christmas dinners, and your sister best friend sitting across from the table, and you over there looking at her like she's a piece of yam. No, thank
right.
you.
And
Next caller.
now and now I'm mad at both of y'all and ain't nothing happened.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Now you
see,
got
that's
your
how
wife
things
mad.
get
Everybody
started.
mad,
Right. That's how things get started.
That's
A
how they
lie.
started.
Don't tell a
Right.
lie. Even
and the
when
could
But
you
you
mama
know
got
up
to
and
it's
having
he
a
remember.
could have
okay.
smiling,
handled. He could have handled it a little bit different.
and the mama
Yeah,
up
he
and
could have
having
handled it.
smiling down, thinking they did something. See, no, he wrong.
But
Okay, no,
I don't think my mother has
I'm not
ever wanted
lying
to
to you,
know who
mom.
I hooked up with anyway. She's never needed to know that.
That's
Ever.
what I'm saying. If
Oh, but
you that close to your mom, I don't want you. Why she gotta know who you doing that with?
but I didn't she say that the mom really liked her best friend and always wanted the two of them to get together.
But
So
it didn't
maybe
So
he
they
happen.
could have all met the mom at the deathbed. Look, mom, we know you wanted this to go down,
We still
but
friends.
this is the truth. This is
right.
this is the truth. We did not. I'm sorry. We're here
Yeah.
at this road now. We both still love you. She's still the best friend,
Right.
but it didn't
But it
happen. I love my wife. She loves her husband, but it
right.
didn't
We're
happen.
friends. We're
And
just
none of
friends.
that needed to happen. None
Yeah.
of
Right.
that
Right.
needed
So
to
your
The
happen.
mom and
Cheryl, that's
thank
right.
you,
Why
Cheryl.
would
Right. Your
Thank you,
mom died on
Cheryl.
her deathbed thinking, "Oh, my son is a cheater," even though I like the girl he cheated with.
Right.
No,
Now he gonna have to
because
answer to God when it's his time. So if we all
right.
answering to somebody, see, it's too much.
that was a good
He
Mm-mm.
point to
wrong.
Cheryl. That is
Yeah.
something else.
Yes.
So our answer to
That
this
means the mama
particular
ain't shit.
question is that you and your mama. No, just kidding.
Right.
that yeah, that was wrong
Well,
on
Sean
every
says now
level.
he's walking around
Thank
with
you,
his chest
cuz.
all out, being
Right.
proud.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Over
he
the
is.
lie. Yeah. Okay, no. That was
Like
wrong on every
Mufasa.
level.
But I guess well, there was one thing in the letter we didn't address. She said, should she say something? Should Because I would have said something as soon as she said it.
Well, that's what I said in the
Grieving or
paragraph.
not, I would have said, hold on, what are you talking about? I haven't been cheating with your brother. Y'all need to stop that conversation.
Yeah.
So should she have said something immediately? Yes, she should have.
Yes.
I'm like
Because
Leah. I probably just would have been all balled up trying not to cry and probably couldn't get my words out.
Yeah, I feel like she should have said
Leah,
something
because
to
you
her
know we
friend,
kind of
but like I
emotional.
said, she should have said something to
I
her
would have been
husband too.
emotional if they said to you were having an affair with this man. Like, I don't understand why any of that needs to happen. If you're having the affair, then okay. But if you're not, you don't want that lie
right. Then
on
you want
you.
to talk about it.
Yes.
I don't
Although,
think I
like
want
Leah
little
said,
ghetto
I'll
And
be at
crazy. None of my
honestly,
hospice.
you
friends.
know what? I'm just joking because
Right.
I
Me
don't think
too.
I don't know. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, and
I
I
really,
think Hazel would be like, "Devin, if you don't get away from here, I don't forgot about that
that's what
best
I'm
friend of
saying.
yours
Like,
and that girl."
that's what
I
I'm
don't know,
saying.
Leah, but are we at hospice? We still at
But knowing
home.
Miss Hazel, so in my situation, she still might get the
Right.
scratcher or something. And what you? I don't
Smack
want to hear
to
about that. Yes,
She better
the
roll over
right.
and get cleaned up, and I love you. You're gonna be fresh to
and
death.
that's it. Yeah,
Ah,
Mm-mm.
so we collectively think your brother is should be cussed
messy.
out royally.
I
Hmm.
think it was said best where the brother is not SHYT.
Right.
And
There
like
we
Sean
go.
said, now he walking around like,
Hmm.
Right. I'm the
But
man.
you know
You're not the
what?
man.
She probably should leave the friend alone too. The apple don't fall too far, so that means the mother like that because the son thought he had to lie to the mother because of some reason, and the sister with it. I don't. I see. I cut
now my
everybody.
friend tell me
Yes.
the truth.
Mm-mm. Your brother, your sister, the cousin, all y'all together.
Like Sharon said, clear it up at the next dinner.
If his wife gonna be ready,
Or the woman's husband. Lord have
right?
mercy. That's a mess. And
It is.
we really don't have any answers for you other than you need to cuss out her
I think
brother.
Kennedy said it best. Cut them all off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
be done
because
Well,
with them.
well,
any reason, because my thing
it
is
takes
any reason for the mom to even be wishing, like even if the mom sat back and asked, "Hey son, did you do this with so and so?" and then your son was to lie, they all foolish.
yeah,
May she
Right.
that's
rest in
true.
peace. May she rest in peace, but she's just as foolish as her son. And the sister, and then the other part about it, even if we were best friends or long term best friends, you just as foolish to bring it up to me because if I never said nothing to you about it, that means I didn't want you to know. So even if
Right.
your
Hmm.
brother said something to you, it should have stayed between you and your brother and your mother. You should never
Yeah.
came back to me and said, "Oh yeah, your brother said this or your mother said this," because it wasn't none of your business from me. I
Right.
didn't give you my
Right.
business to
Right.
talk about. So
See,
yeah,
we need that young woman advice.
I
Thank you,
was
Kennedy.
thinking,
That
Kennedy,
was quite
girl,
mature.
I know.
I tell
yeah.
her all the time. She is just like me. She tries
Oh
not to be, but
gosh,
honestly, she
no.
really is just like me.
Sorry, I raised
So,
her. I raised her, D.
uh-uh.
and Leah is
Thank
just
you,
like you.
Sean.
There
Mama
you
went
go.
to glory on the lie. That's what I'm saying. She was fresh to death. Like,
See, that's why I did not want Sean to sit this out. You know what I'm saying?
and got the whole, and then the whole family just sitting over there chatting it up like he was doing something, like he took her out somewhere.
So Bryson says, first, you never lie about hooking up with anybody.
Exactly.
Second, what kind of family dynamic is this where the son tells
Exactly.
his mom he hooked up with his sister best friend and she was happy?
You want to hang
Like,
out,
Sound like
Bryson?
a mess. Right. We coming over. Okay, you guys, we are going to check out question number 3.
Here's our last one. Hey, Miss Alma, how you doing? I just got a new job and I am grateful. I'm a cashier in the parts department of a car dealership. When my shift is over, I count my money, gather my receipts, and take it upstairs to accounting. On my first day, the manager took me upstairs and introduced me to the accounting manager and her assistant. At first, I had a big smile because I know the assistant very well. She and I grew up together and graduated from high school together. She's the one I give my cash drawer and receipts to every night. Okay, let me just stop right here. This young lady steals everything. She's known to steal everything. Everybody knows she steals everything. She is on Facebook under a nickname and constantly posting large amounts of cash, designer purses, clothes, and jewelry she stole. I ain't trying to lose my job, and I ain't trying to have a beef with her, but I don't want to turn in my money to her at the end of the day. What should I do, and how can I best handle this situation?
Mind your
Okay.
business.
mm-mm.
No,
No.
wait. No.
Okay, go ahead. I want to
Okay,
hear
so recap.
what the
We
old and
go
mature got to say. Cause come
we
on.
go recap. So this woman got a new job and she is working at the cash register in the parts department. So at the end of the day, she has to count out her money and turn it to the woman in accounting. The woman in accounting steals. She knows the woman steals because she knows her personally. And yeah, so she really doesn't want to hand her drawer over to her every night. She's afraid there's something. I'm assuming, because she didn't say this, but I'm assuming she is thinking something may come up and she
Missing.
doesn't want them, right. She doesn't want them to think that she stole the money. So what can she do about it?
Can I go first?
Well, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because this is no, I'm gonna be honest. This has actually happened to me. So disclaimer to if any of those
Oh,
people on here, I'm so sorry. But they may have never knew. So let me say that.
right.
Okay.
I was working at a car dealership, which is ironic. And she happened to come downstairs. So similar situation, but I kind of pretty much ran that side of the express thing. So I dealt with money, but I didn't. But I did go to the head person and tell them that we knew each other. I wanted to let that be known in front. I do know her. We're not friends, but I do know her. I don't feel comfortable working with her.
Yeah.
So is there any way that I can switch my schedule? Like it doesn't have to be said to her,
Hmm.
but I'm coming to you as management to let you know that
Mm-hmm.
this is the issue. And they did, and I did like that job, but they did switch it around.
Oh,
So
okay.
she can. So it's like you're snitching, but it's also like you're not. And if you need that job, you don't really have to say she's stealing because they'll
Yeah,
pretty
that's what I'm
much
saying.
Right.
How can
figure
you
that
say?
part out.
Yeah,
Out.
you don't know
But
if she
it's ways
stole.
you can say it. Yeah, it's ways you can say it. She may
Well,
be
that's
stealing
why I said
now.
mind your business about that part. That's what I meant when mind your business. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
walk
like
into
she
your
can.
to
It's
the
ways she
office.
can say it.
You can't. You're new. They know her. She's been working there, so you can't come in 10 toes down. She be stealing. I follow her on Facebook.
Oh
Da-da-da.
yeah,
You
no,
can't.
none of
You
that.
Yeah,
can't come in.
no.
You can't come in doing that. Now, what you could do is because she's the accountant assistant, you can say to the boss, "Look, I know her. We may not be friends, but can the accountant always count my drawer? It's cell phones. It's 2022. As you count in your drawer, record yourself, or
Yep.
have you never have to worry about it. Everything is always, on point. But you can't just go in there and because what if she never stole from her job? What if she
Right.
stole from outside the job? So now you didn't just had this girl lose her job because of what you see on social media. And sometimes social media ain't always what it is. You may think she's stealing, but how you know her boyfriend ain't stealing and giving it to her? You never know who's stealing.
I
So
don't,
you need to
quite
be
frankly,
careful.
I don't care what she
No,
does
you
on
know
her
what?
free time
No.
or at work. I don't care. What
Because
what
now
I
at
would
this
do
point,
if
she
I
could
knew
flip it and
her,
say she could flip it. Because if you go in
right.
there and act crazy, she could flip it and say she only saying that because I caught her stealing. And
If
so
I
now you
can't
lost your job.
if I
I'm
can't
laughing because
avoid
Kennedy and
why are the is everyone else's squares moving around? Okay.
Yeah.
Alma's frozen. For me, if I can't make sure that somebody else counts my drawer, then I'm going to address her. If I know her, she knows me, and I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
look, this is how this is going to work. I don't really care how you do your business, but if I
That would
hand
be
you a
another thing.
drawer, it
Yep.
better come up right. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna have a problem.
Problem.
How you
Yep.
handle your business is how you handle your
And
business. If you will
you
not,
can record that. You can record that chat. That way, if it ever comes back, we got iPhones, the Androids record. That way, if it ever
right.
comes back,
You
you
did,
got your
Cheryl.
recording.
Right. Well, we all know somebody that,
Yeah.
shops
Yes.
Well,
professionally.
that's what I'm
And I'm like,
saying.
don't do it when you're with me. Don't do
Me.
it when if you see me
Mm-hmm.
in the store, just keep walking like you don't know me.
Yep.
And don't play with my money.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you need to do. Just leave me out of it.
Leave me out of it. Yep.
Miss Roy Bowie says it happened to me at the Gap. They accused me of stealing. I've never stole anything. The girls stole all the time, but I minded my business. I used Old Navy for falsely accusing me and won $10,000. Wow. I think I told you about that, Leah.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's different. My
Yeah.
one of my first jobs, I worked at what's the name of that place?
You don't have to say it.
we
Noodles
don't
and
need to know the
Company.
name.
We don't use names.
And one of the like shift managers, he wasn't like a manager, but he just held the key and closed everything down. He would have his friends come in there and bring like fake counterfeit money to like get cash back or change back. And so then that way, like you just brought me a fake $50 bill, but I didn't just gave you
Hmm.
$48 because you only bought a soda. But me being young in my first job, I'm not checking going with the money. I'm just like,
Right.
oh, he gave me a 50. I just want to make sure I'm counting the change back correctly. And so I had ended up getting fired. They randomly just came in there and said, your drawer keeps coming up short. And they just fired me. It was like, you got fake money, your drawer coming up short. And this is one of my first jobs. I was like, what? This was right out. My bad, cuz you still on. This wasn't my first job. This is my second job. But but I was was like, what? So then once they got to the bottom and they noticed that the money was fake. So then they started re-watching the people, and
Mhm.
then they noticed everything, and then they came and asked me if I want the job back. But I'm like, I don't want to work for y'all.
But you
Y'all
know,
ain't even
this is
investigate.
Kennedy.
Y'all just fired me.
This is a perfect example of living a way that if somebody says something bad about you, they won't believe it.
Hmm.
And because I had that happen when I was in high school, I had a manager that was skimming bills off the top, and then the drawers kept coming out wrong. And my boss was like, "But one thing I can tell you is she's not stealing from us." So they
Yeah.
set them
Yeah.
up, and was able to figure out that the manager was
They
doing it.
stealing everything. They was stealing Pampers
Yeah,
from the daycare I was working at. The
Oh
assistant
my
teacher in my room.
gosh. The Pampers from the daycare?
Wipes, the parents going to the director.
Wow.
I didn't bought this and this and that.
right.
Mm-mm. That's where I learned, Kennedy, when you see
But
I
for
put all the
this,
dates on the pull-ups and stuff.
oh, okay. But for this woman,
I be stealing masks from the hospital.
Kennedy.
I'm gonna
What?
just go ahead and snitch on
you're
myself.
not
I be taking the
stealing
mask
them.
back.
No.
You're not stealing them. You are
I took
using
Grandma
them
Buck
to
to the
You're
protect your
hospital
health.
using them.
yesterday. I took her to the hospital yesterday, and they was like, "You gotta grab a mask." I grabbed about 5.
I don't think
That's
people
fine.
care at this time though about the mask. You may be
You're
safe
right.
on that in the
I
And
hospital.
just
you
had
know
to get it
what?
out. I just had to let it out.
And you know what? If you spend the night at the hospital, take everything in the room
Because you
when you
paid for it.
leave because you have paid for it.
Your
Ask
taxes
for
pay
that
for
Not
this.
the
$22
sheets.
aspirin, because even
Don't
if they
take the
didn't give it
sheets.
to you, you.
Right. Don't take the sheets, but you can take,
Well,
all
my
the
mom was in the hospital
pickup stuff.
recently, and the woman that came to pick her up was like rubbing the blanket. This blanket is so soft. My mother was like, "Don't you take that blanket, because they're not gonna bill me." You know, like,
Yes,
"Oh, she took
indeed.
that blanket. Oh, this is so
Yes,
soft."
indeed. That is
I
so
think for this
funny.
woman, I think she needs to address the person that she knows, and then basically say, "We're not gonna have a problem, right?
Yeah.
You know, what you do in your
Oh,
own free
just say
time, what you do in your own
right.
free time is your business, but my drawer needs to come up right every time I hand it to you. And if I can avoid handing it to her, I will. I'm
Yes.
not
Yeah.
trying to put her on blast. I'm not trying to get involved in whatever
Mhm.
she's into. Because, like somebody said, if she's a habitual theft thief, she's going to get caught anyway at some point.
Mhm.
If she's
Yeah.
stealing from a
And
car
honestly, we
dealership,
don't know if they're not already watching her. So
right?
she
This is
might
Right.
true.
want to tell her, at least I told her.
Right.
Or what if
Like,
she not
look.
even stealing from the job? What if she's stealing from the mall? She might not even be stealing
It
That
doesn't
from
was
her
she
matter.
said
job.
the
Well,
money and
that's
stuff was up.
look.
It doesn't matter.
I think I would get a receipt from her every night.
Oh yeah,
Like
You
absolutely.
I
can do
would
that
say,
too.
let's
We
count
both
this
sign the
out.
back, and we both sign the back of
Right.
this
I'm
receipt.
gonna
But
hang
that's what
out
I'm
and
Yeah.
saying.
hang out in the
Recording it or
bathroom and wait
something.
till she goes to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna hand my drawer over
Mhm.
to the real person.
That's what I said. But she's just the assistant. She's honestly just the
Right,
assistant. So if you could actually tell them, I feel comfortable with going to the
Yeah.
accountant,
right,
not the
Mhm.
accountant assistant.
right.
Because the other thing we want to know too is she selling the stuff on Facebook Marketplace or is she just showing us that she's stealing
I
it?
said marketplace. They said she was posting up, and you always bringing up
She
marketplace.
posting up money and gifts
And
and
gifts and
bags and
bags and
jewelry.
I
well,
really hate
Well,
when people
this
if she's
post stuff.
working in the
generation,
park,
they
she working.
are scamming, Alma. So a
Yeah,
lot of that goes on social media. So, like Kennedy saying, she could be stealing it from somewhere else. She doesn't have to be stealing it from work. But the way these kids are moving, I don't know. Maybe she was the only one out of the crew that can get a job. Girl, we gonna work you.
Right,
This what we
right.
gonna do. You in the accounting department now.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. And here we
Well,
go.
if they scamming, they ain't worried about the drawer. They getting them routing numbers and them account numbers that
That's
come
what
through
I'm
with them credit
saying.
cards. They got the
Exactly. So
machine.
now
Ooh.
y'all are scaring
That's
me.
a whole lot of
Y'all need
I
to
ain't
get on
taking my car
TikTok.
to the dealership
oh
ever
no.
again.
No, y'all need to get
Is
on
it
TikTok. They say the 7-Elevens, they put a fake scanner over
Yeah,
top
they
of the
scammers.
regular
Yeah.
scanner. And when you put your card in the chip or you swipe it, they get all your routing and account
Yeah,
information.
that's why I just pay
It
cash.
doesn't work if you tap it. That's why they want you to tap it
Yeah, they
instead of
to
say
swipe
start
tap?
it.
using tap. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
don't
got
use
cash.
Apple Pay because they get your address,
Oh,
Not
everything.
doing it. Not doing it. No. It's a lot of that I just will not do.
yeah.
And I've
Me
had
too.
people say to me, you like that's how things are now. Nobody carries cash. I go,
Mhm.
no, if I
I do.
know,
Mhm.
I do
Right.
too. I'm gonna carry X
Anama
amount
still
of
got
cash.
her old phone on D. Her phone
You
don't
know
even do
what?
Apple Pay.
No, she
Do
had
it.
to upgrade it. She
No, I
upgraded.
didn't, Leah. I went and they
Oh,
didn't
No, she
have it.
didn't.
No, I went to do it. I
Oh my
did.
gosh! Every time
Well,
you go, they don't have the
she has
phone.
3 phones. She's like, as my son would say,
Well,
she got a trap
I
phone, she got a
mean,
this phone, she got a
Oh,
flip
that's
phone.
trap phone.
that trap
She
phone.
don't need,
stupid.
She no, her regular phone is her trap phone because it's like 18
It's the
generations.
old
but
one.
it
Like
still
it's the
works.
Dang.
oldest one.
It
No,
still
D,
works.
No,
you
it's
know
not
what?
working no
It's
more,
not
Oh,
D.
it
working.
finally stopped working? Okay.
Is it well, okay, it comes on and then it goes to sleep and it might wake up. Like if
It's
you send
not
me a
going to sleep.
text,
It's
I might
dead.
not get it for like a
She
whole
said it's
day.
dead.
You know. It's an
That's what
iPhone
iPhone
6.
do.
And
That's what they
so
do when you need
what?
to buy the new iPhone. They do that when you need to
Yeah.
buy the new
Right.
iPhone. You are 10 iPhones behind. They almost at iPhone
Yes.
16. And you talking about this iPhone 6.
I like my iPhone. I
I
know
have
how to
the
use
iPhone
it.
13.
But D, she
I got
called us
an
like,
iPhone.
guess what? They wouldn't let me change my phone. I am so
I know.
upset. So
She
I'm like,
told
why
me.
wouldn't they? Yeah, I'm like, why wouldn't they let
Oh,
you
they
do
wouldn't let
that?
her trade it in?
Yeah, so
That's
she going
yeah.
on and on through the story. So I go, well, that's kind of weird. Like Apple is pretty,
Good
good
about
about
that.
that. They'll definitely take it back. She goes, no. He went all the way in the back and they went in the way back. And going to come back out and say, oh,
I
we
was
don't even have
confused.
this model. Yeah, so I said, well, what do you have on Alma? She was like, it's a 6.
And
So I'm
she
like,
said
you
it like we
have a
were supposed to just
6?
be like, yeah. When I set the group chat
Kennedy
up,
said they about to make a 14 on Alma's
yeah,
like
like
Hey,
when I added her to the group chat, I said, I hope she can get all of these. I hope it
you
ain't
know
coming
what?
in slow.
Y'all are awful. Stop it.
Like, thank
Stop
you.
it. Stop
Like
picking
my
on her.
boss said to me, we were texting each other, and I was
Mm-mm.
like, we might have to wait a minute because I got an iPhone 6. She was like, oh, vintage.
See,
Like,
You can send it
there
to
you
the
go, girl.
Smithsonian.
That's
Anama,
right.
Anama, you
They
know
can
your
put it
phone's
next to the
old.
they can put it next to the
Mm-mm.
Walkman and the first IBM.
No,
D.
but
At
on
this point,
D,
the iPod. Remember the iPod?
Hmm.
no, but on D, your work phone is newer than your phone.
Yes,
My
And
work
then the
phone is
crazy
new.
thing is, when you get your work phone, they don't give you the brand new one.
they
So like
do.
my work
No, they
phone is
gave
in a
me the brand new
Yeah,
one.
they give
I
you
have
depending on where you
well, I
work.
have a 12. I have a 12. My work phone is a 12. But what I'm saying is, Anama, you're still 6 underneath that. Like even if you was to get a 12.
You know what though? It has all my grandbabies' pictures on it. So,
Alma,
iCloud.
you have an iCloud.
iCloud. That's why they have
oh
that. It's
yeah, I
going to
do have that.
transfer.
Or you can get one of the
No, I have
fobs
that.
and
Hmm.
download all of the photos
Mm,
onto a
no,
fob and
Michelle
you have
set
it.
me up with the iCloud. I do see that, and it does
I'm
She
tell
has
not
an
me that
cloud.
it has
iCloud.
I'm
moved over.
cloud.
When she sends anything, she don't even know how to send just a regular picture. It comes through the iCloud link. She has an iCloud.
Ayana, come and get me, please, because okay.
No, because you need
Oh
to
my
come and get her a
gosh.
new phone.
You know what? I got to tell y'all a Ava story before we leave, before we wrap up, because it was just so cute. Speaking of grandchildren's pictures and grandchildren. So Ava and I were talking, and she said, Grandma, sometimes I not brave. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. And I go, girl, sometimes I not brave either. She said, really? I go, yes. It's okay to be brave sometimes, but you don't have to be brave all the time. And I was thinking, you know what? I was gonna tell that to everybody who was watching today. It's
Hmm.
okay to be brave sometimes, but you absolutely, Sean, I know. I can see when
I
they
have it,
charging me.
Sean.
Right? They set me up, Sean. It's just me. But
She
anyway,
just won't get a new
you
phone.
really do not
As
have to be
Amazon
brave all the time.
has offers photo storage now too.
They took my phone and did all of this, D. I didn't
Okay.
even have to
Oh,
do that.
I don't
Alma,
even know
before you
why we
get
spent
off,
10 minutes
I'm naming
criticizing you.
I'm naming your viewers the All Stars.
What? The Ask Alma
So
All
they are the
Stars?
ex Alma All Stars.
Ooh, I
The
like
Ask
that.
Alma
Well,
All Stars?
didn't Ava gave them a name? Weren't they like the Almond
Ava
Joys
gave
or
them the
something?
Ask Alma Almond
Almond
Joys.
Joys.
Okay,
Right.
Ava.
No,
And
she's
Leah.
been around. She's been around Aunt Alma too long.
And
No,
Leah, she asked me if I had merch. I
period.
said, what?
Yes.
No, when
What?
she told you, no, when she told you she was gonna subscribe to your
Yes.
YouTube channel.
I
No,
said, can
she
you show
found out she
grandma how to
had
do
one, so she
that?
was going to teach her how to use it. And
Yes.
Oh,
she
they
said
are a
she
mess. I'm talking on the phone earlier. Kai keeps calling me because he home from school, so I'm declining it. declining it. After the third decline, he sends me a text. So I'm like, he knows how to text.
I
So it's like I
know.
had to send it to Kennedy. I'm like, look, it's like all the letters. He was looking at the
Yes.
No, he was
letters.
mad. He
And the
called me on Alma.
emojis.
He called me. He said, "I don't really want to talk to you. Just add mom. She gonna answer for you." I was like,
You know what? I had a friend who said that her grandchild was almost 2, crawled up to the flat screen television and swiped to
mhm.
change like to try to change
The
the
channel.
channel on the
Oh
television.
wow.
Isn't that something?
Everything is
I was like, that's so
technology.
Yeah,
inventive, and we are
it is.
almost there, I'm sure. Everybody, Leah, Kennedy, you know what? Y'all
This was
always got me.
fun.
And I'm so grateful, so grateful. I'm telling you. You know, I love
I'll
y'all
come
like
back on
crazy.
Alma.
Did you just do the heart
Okay.
She
hands?
did.
Thank
Every
y'all.
day
Thank
she
y'all
shows us
so
that
You
much.
know
she's
what? So you'll
mature.
Thank
let her hang out with your
y'all.
children, and then you wonder
Every
why she
day,
texts you every
no,
day.
no, Auntie. Every day she shows me that she's mature
Hey, every day. Thank
when she
everybody for
sends 10
watching.
emojis.
I love the emoji. You know I'm gonna send you an emoji in a
Emoji,
minute.
love
They're small.
emoji,
Got
love
15 of them. I
emoji.
had to look that small, so I'm looking like, what is that? What
What did
is
she
that? Is that a
say?
Yeah.
sword?
What did
Everybody have a
Is that a
good rest of the
heart?
week.
Yes,
I
yes.
hope you guys
Please,
had a good
please.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
I
Happy,
did.
happy past Thanksgiving. And you know what? Get rid of the food. It's
Yep.
been
Let it
around too
go.
long now. You can't eat the rest of it. Just let
Can
it
you not
go.
get rid of the pie though? You could just send that
The
here.
pie is
Yeah.
gone.
Auntie,
We
I
ate
didn't have
the
no
pie already.
leftovers. I didn't have any leftovers. Everybody took all my food home. I had nothing to munch. I don't have a
You
I
didn't you
leftover.
did
didn't
take
you didn't stash something in the microwave before
And
they all started?
I didn't even think not to, but then I looked around,
She was
and when it
too
was time
busy
to
hosting, D. Like
when it
Alma,
was
too
time to
busy
clean
hosting.
up, yeah, and now I've been using my
I did.
board. I've been walking around because Noah had some friends over, so I had my board. I said,
And
yeah, my
I
aunt gave
do
me
have
this.
to admit, Kennedy, I took a hefty amount of food home with me. So thank you, girl.
You
Kennedy can
took a
eat,
whole
y'all.
panful.
I did. Took a whole panful. So I wanted to ask everybody to share tonight's show because you guys can watch it throughout the rest of the week. And that'll
Like,
give me y'all, and that'll give me a lot more views. And that'll
hit the
mean that
like.
our
Oh
hit the
wait, on
like,
on a
like.
final note, the producer says that your iPhone came with a cassette attachment.
Hey, don't be telling all my business. Don't be telling all my business.
Norman,
I think we have to hang up now, Alma.
I don't even think
Yes.
she could
Yes.
use
Love you
AirPods.
guys so much. Thank you for watching. And I
Thank
hope every
you.
last one of you comes back next Tuesday, seven
Please do,
o'clock.
guys.
We'll
See you
be
later.
here. Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.